guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to another music unboxing. This one's quite anticipated. I've been waiting for this for a while now. This I had on sorry guys, just fiddling about. I had this on pre-order on the 5th of October this year, and it was due for release on the 5th of December from HMV. And it didn't arrive, so I emailed them, said, what's happening, why haven't you dispatched it yet? You know, I paid 2 months ago, and they kept giving me a cock and ball story. Oh, we haven't had delivery yet, oh, as soon as we do, we have it. So a week goes by and still not show up, still no news from them, still cock and ball story. So I contacted the distributor of the box set, Demon Music, and they said, yeah, we've dispatched them out to HMV, they've got them. So HMV obviously weren't honest there, rather saying we don't have any stock, you know, we maybe under anticipated how many we needed and we haven't got any left. Rather than being that, they just messed me around. So in the end, I got them to refund me, and I ordered for a different company called Juno DJ, and then the next day, bam, there it was on my doorstep, and it's one of my favorite artists, and they released a box set, and the box set is called Too Nutty to Be Naughty, and it's by the incredible Ian Dury, the very long, sadly missed and passed away Ian Dury. So I finally got this in my grips. Oh, I've just come home from my lads who down in Stevenage. I've just come home, and this is here with a couple of other box sets, which one both of them I got in Black Friday sort of sales, and I will do them in their own sort of videos, but this one is about Ian. So let's not waste any time, let's have a deep down look at this Ian Dury box set. So here we are guys, finally in my grips. I have the new Ian Dury box set, which I've been waiting for since I pre-ordered it back in October. It was supposed to come out in November, the end of November, but then it got pushed back to the 5th of December, and I didn't get it at all, so I had to cancel my order and reorder. So here it is, Ian Dury, Too Nutty to Be Naughty, the studio recordings from 1977 to 2002. It says here, studio recordings, all 9 studio albums plus selected bonus singles, including, and it just lists what the albums are, but we'll get to those when we actually undo the box. So on the back here we have the track listings for all the 9 CDs. There is 9 CDs in here, so we'll have a closer look. This is produced by, is it Edsel? So this is an Edsel release. I'm going to try my best to try and preserve this sticker, as you know I always do. Let's unwrap it. Really excited, very anxious as well, because he's one of my favourite artists. I absolutely love him. Really cool. It's pretty much most of his stuff. There is a few bits missing out of this, by the looks of it. Maybe some live albums, a couple of live albums, which would have been nice if they were in there. But it comes in a kind of hardback box, not the most hardback one. I believe that this company have just released a T-Rex box set in the same style as this. So it's the same style as that. So we have a booklet, which we will come to, and here we go with the 2 sets of CDs. And here we go, it opens out like this. It starts with his debut album there, New Boots and Panties, and then Do It Yourself, and then we have Laughter, and then of course the end one there is Lord Upminster. So they were the first 4 albums of Ian Dury. So nice, I like the way it's all set out. It's very what's the word I'm looking for? It would come to me to describe the sort of format of this. It's almost sort of like a pop art kind of style, if you know what I mean. Here we have the second set here, which opens out just the same. As you can see, I think all the CDs all look quite the same as well. We've got CD5, that's 4,000 Weeks Holidays. Then we have Apples, which is a really good album. I like Apples. I do like that one. This is The Bus Driver's Prayer and Other Stories. Yeah. We have Mr. Love Pants. Really, really cool. And the last disc, number 9, is 10 More Turnips from the Tip, which is a fantastic title and quite an underrated album. Really cool little album. So it does contain all of his studio albums, and I believe sort of associated singles and B-sides of those albums. And so they come in 2 individual folders like this, which is really cool. And so it also comes with a booklet. Here it's softback, not a hardback booklet. Don't know if this is going to be very in-depth. We do have a little bit of writing here by John Earl in 2025, and then we go through the individual discs. So CD1 is New Boots and Panties, which is a great album. Contains the tracks Wake Up and Make Love With Me, Sweet Jean Vincent, I'm Partial to Abracadabra, My Old Man, Billy Ricky Dicky, Clever Trevor, If I Was the Woman, Blockheads, Playstow, Patricia, Blackmail Man, Sex, Drugs, Rock and Roll, which is a bonus track, and What a Waste, which is a bonus track, because those singles weren't on the album. So they were 2 singles that weren't released, but they came out the same time as this album, 1977. So Ian Dury and the Blockheads is in the next album, Do It Yourself, which has the tracks In Between, Quiet, Don't Ask Me, Sink My Boat, Waiting for a Taxi, That Is What We Find, Uneasy Sunny Day, Hotsy Totsy, Mischief, Dance for Screamers, Lullaby, Francis. And it has the bonus tracks of Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick and Reasons to Be Cheerful. So it has the 2 singles, but it doesn't have their B-sides. Just letting you know. Track 3 is Laughter, another great album by the Blockheads. Really, really cool album. It also features Wilco Johnson on this album from Dr. Feelgood. The tracks are Superman's Big Sister, Pardon, Delusion of Grandeur, Yes or No Paula, Dance of the Crackpots, I love that, Over the Points, Take Your Elbow Out of the Soup, You're Sitting on My Chicken, Uncoolaholic, Hey Hey, Take Me Away, Manic Depression, and Oh Mr. Peanut, Fucking Ada, and the bonus track I Want to Be Straight, which was a single. Here we have Lord Upminster, which was a kind of like a mini album. It was really, really cool still. Funky Disco, Red Letters, Girls, Wait, The Body Song, Lonely Town, Trust Is Must, and Spasticus Autisticus was the other track on that one. Then we have some more sort of pop art of Ian Dury. Disc 5 is 4,000 Weeks Holiday, and it has the tracks You're My Inspiration, Friends, Tell Your Daddy, Peter the Painter, Ban the Bomb, Percy the Poet, Very Personal, Take Me to the Cleaners, The Man with No Face, Really Glad You Came, and Profoundly in Love with Pandora, which was the bonus track on here. So as you can see, it's just got like other tracks that were released around the associated album. Apples contains Apples, Love Is All, a Byline Brownie, Bit of Kit, Game On, Looking for Harry, England's Glory, The Bus Driver's Prayer, PC Honey, The Right People, All Those Who Say Okay, riding the outskirts of fantasy. No bonus tracks on that one. Then we have The Bus Driver's Prayers and Other Stories. That's enough of that. Bill Haley's Last Words, Boy Joey, Quick Quick Slow, Fly in the Ointment, O'Donegal, Poo Poo in the Prawn, Have a Word, London's Talking, Devon the Cow, Your Horoscope, No Such Things of Love, and Two Old Dogs Without a Name, and The Bus Driver's Prayer. Again, no bonus tracks. Number 8, we have Mr. Love Pants, which has Jack Shit George, The Passing Show, You're My Baby, Honeysuckle Highway, Itinerant Child, Geraldine, Cackaboom, Better Night Roses on number 9, Heavy Living, and Mash It Up Harry. And of course the last one is the album 10 More Turnips from the Tip. Has Dance Little Rude Boy, I Believe, It Ain't Cool, Cowboys, Ballad of Sulfate Stranger, I Could Lie, One Love, Happy Hippie, Books and Waters, and You're the Way. Again, no bonus tracks, and that is the end of the book. So the book is, as you can see, is quite sparse, which I'm surprised, because Ian Dury's got a long history, even with his first band, King's Road, before he was in the Blockheads. But it's still a nice set, really cool. So that is a closer look at Too Nutty to Be Naughty by Ian Dury. Okay, so that was a closer look at the Ian Dury and the Blockheads box set, Too Nutty to Be Naughty. What do I think of it? It's good. It's really good. Now, am I a little disappointed with it? Yeah, if I'm being honest, I am. Sorry guys, moving a bit of stuff. This is the packaging it came in. Yeah, a little bit, because it's not comprehensive at all. It doesn't have any comprehensive stuff in there. It has a couple of singles that are not album tracks on there, you know, Sex, Drugs and Rock and Roll, and Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick, but it doesn't include their B-sides, and it is missing some other singles off there. And I was just thinking, why is it missing stuff off there? And it hasn't got the, you know, there's some of the B-sides are incredible, and it just seems to lack those. But it's still a really cool and nice box set. Who is it aimed at? It's probably aimed at someone that quite likes Ian Dury but doesn't have any of this stuff. That, like, Reasons to Be Cheerful, you know, where's that? And stuff like that is just missing off here, which is quite strange. And a couple of live albums that are really good, which I think should have been on there. Warts and Audience, I think should have been on there. It's a great live album, really cool. And this one here, which was him live at the Rockaplasty, another great live album, which would have been really cool to have been on there. So we'll have a little look at these two while I've got them here, and I can go through let me get me glasses. Yeah, it's missing a lot of stuff, which is quite strange. I'm thinking, yeah, it's got the albums, but what about all the EPs and stuff like that that's come out? You know, it does have Reasons to Be Cheerful, guys. Sorry, it's my mistake. It just seems to lack everything. Anyway, these albums, you've got Wake Up and Make Love With Me, Clever Trevor, In-Betweenies, If I Was a Woman, Bella Ricky Dicky, Quiet Old Man, Spasticus or Autisticus. All the great tracks are on here. There Ain't Off Been Some Clever Bastards, which is an amazing track, which was the B-side of Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick. Now, if you've got the collector's edition 2 CD disc of Do It Yourself, which I have, it's got like a whole disc of unreleased stuff on there. So that is fantastic, and none of that is made here apart from Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick. But yeah, but it's still a really cool box set, and I'm really glad to have it in my collection. I'm not going to say it's the ultimate kind of Ian Dury box set. There was another one years ago which is very similar to this, and it does, like, again, have the albums and stuff like this. But this, I think this could have been so much more. I think this would have been better, my humble opinion, as a super deluxe edition. Someone as There's very few artists, guys, that I would describe as genius. Um, Ian Dury is one of them. He's battled polio all his life. And he still got up and he still did it. He still performed. He was still an amazing live performer. He's done so much stuff with other bands and, um, around the British sort of rock and British pub rock scene, you know, Dr. Feelgood and all these incredible bands and stuff. And he was such a big influence on music. His genre breaking. He mixes punk with post-punk, with ska, with reggae, with rap, with jazz. He mixes it all up and comes up with his own cynical view of life. Because when life throws you things at you, like Ian, he's got a different view and looking at life, and he does that on this album, which is incredible. But this album doesn't seem to portray any of that, which I'm thinking, what's happened there, But so no, it's not the ultimate Ian Dury box set. Unfortunately, I'm sure there's going to be oodles of stuff that's unreleased, demos, live stuff, um, even with the his hybrid King Road band, which was before he did the Blockheads. That would have been nice to have been included in the set. His albums before his sort of Ian Dury in the Blockhead phase. It would have been great to have had them in there. Like I said, some live stuff. So this could have been a super deluxe in a nice big size 12-inch box, like the ones we've been getting, or even a 10-inch one like the Beatles ones. This guy deserves that treatment. He's a legend, guys. He is a legend. He's one of the British icons of the late 70s and 80s. He brought forth some of the great songs. Reasons to Be Cheerful, Sex, Drugs, Rock and Roll, Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick, all these incredible tracks. And they're sort of lost in here. They're in here, but the way they've been put in here is sort of like, okay, we'll just chuck that on the end. And it kind of feels like that. So I am a little disappointed in the sense of when it comes, that's going to sound weird, but the respect for the artist himself. If Ian was alive, he probably wouldn't have let this come out like this. He would have probably thought, no, if you're going to do a box set, do it properly. Now, if someone like Madfish got hold of the Ian Dury copyright stuff and released something, it would have everything. They would have chased up some of the Blockheads. They would have chased up some of the rare tracks, some of the live tracks. There's no DVD, there's no Blu-ray, there's no visual, there's no anything like that in here. And they would have done all that. And this man deserves that. It's just such a shame that they've just sort of like, okay, we'll stick the Ian Dury albums together, give them a little boost up, a little remaster, and we'll chuck them out. And that's kind of like what they've done. So in my honest opinion, it's not the ultimate Ian Dury box set. It's just a good one. And I'm glad to have it. Don't get me wrong. I mean, because some of these albums which I've got on CD, they're a bit worn out now. And some of them, like Apples and that haven't had a remaster or anything like that. So it's nice to see them all in one set. Like I said, they did do a T-Rex one like this. And I don't mind the set out, I don't mind the set out of like the album covers, but personally, why don't you put the back of the LP covers on the back? Again, to me, it just seems a bit, well, they didn't know what to do with it. So they've just put that on. But personally, they could have just put the album covers like it's a replica on the back. That would have been a nice touch, but it didn't. And the booklet, which a man's career so eventful and so incredible, is that, you know, because everything else in this book is just talking about the album. Well, not talking about the album, there's no talking in it. It's just a track listing with minimal breakdown on it, you know. And I'm just thinking, this is a legend, guys. This guy is a legend. He deserves the full treatment. So yeah, but they didn't give it to him, and there we go. But it was still, I'm glad to have it in my set. You can probably still pick it up. I think it's about 50 to 55 pound, but you're getting 9 CDs. So I suppose they sort of matched it with the pricing. It's not like a 75, 80 pound sort of box set. They have brought it down the sort of 50 pound mark, and if you shop around, you could probably get it a bit cheaper. But it's good to have it in my collection. It will take pride in my collection because I don't have any Ian Dury box sets. I just have his albums. I do have some of the albums that are remastered in doubles, and of course I have the 2 really cool live albums, which are so worth picking up, guys. Really, really cool. They should have been in there. Cheers, guys.